Alright, so today, something very different and exciting. What we're going to be trying to do is using only Minecraft, build a tabletop role-playing game. So that is like the whole engine, like the game is playable just running this world on Minecraft. Which is like, it has to facilitate rolling dice, it has to facilitate you being able to make choices and getting outcomes, victory conditions and stuff like that. It's got to play like a one-shot RPG, right? So the first thing I kind of need to build is some kind of random number generator or randomization engine or whatever, right? The idea that I've been having about that is fly here. It's a bit taller than that. Is a dice tower, and the way the dice tower works is it's a farm that will drop items down, and I'm gonna need a bucket of water eventually. So first things first is the kelp obviously isn't going to grow there until I have the water placed, so I'll have to come back and put it in. But then, I need a dispenser. Now, full disclosure, I'll find that later. I haven't built a kelp farm like this before. I watched a video tutorial one time. And this is going to get replaced with cobblestone, but the dirt's just so I have an idea of where everything goes. So, that's facing the wrong way. Because I want this to be activated by a switch, so maybe the platform for it is like this. Because that doesn't need to be redstone. Like, if you hit the switch here, it grows and activates the chain. Yeah, that should work, But yeah, so observer sees the kelp block, the piston activates, and so now I have to build the glass space. Keep in mind, I watched like a 2-minute video one time and was like, oh yeah, I could do that. The answer is probably I can't do that, but I'm hoping that I can do that. I don't know. I need that. I don't need this anymore. So we're gonna put. Okay, that's kind of what I want. But there's also. Should I just fall into some water and learn how to make a boat? That's funny. There's also the chance that it will automatically grow and activate it. Okay, now we need to do the next bit, which is try and see how far this will run. So I think it's going to be like this, and then hopefully all that water will go away. I swear to God, this will be useful later on. Okay, it comes out. It actually shoots off the edge. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Actually, maybe the pistons bit isn't a bad idea, but it can't be pushing onto an empty space. It has to be pushing zigzag across the space. On the inside of a real dice tower, you've got usually boards like this, which the dice hits and will roll down. So maybe I can do something like that, where I create a shaft that changes in size based on how many pistons are active in it. So it means it would be like, this is the entrance part, right? And we would go, if there's a piston here, we would have the ability to go too wide instead. need to make this one step bigger. Is that right? Yes. Ooh, we've got some automatic kelp. It grew on its own and it was ready to be rolled. Okay. So you see the design of the actual dice tower section is that the piston creates an extra space that in theory the kelp could fall into. Okay. We then need to do another one of these. But let's put a back on that. It's really tough to figure it out, but without the glass, like you won't know what any layer above the first one looks like. Extra space in this. So these are the 4 squares in which the kelp could fall. Which I need to that looks about right. Okay. Yep. Sephen. Okay. How come I can't delete stuff? Alright, I'll make a new one. It's bizarre. So I want to create some kind of a barrier that will prevent it from falling into places it shouldn't fall into, right? This already seems very complicated. But basically, here's our range of options for where it could land. We have one. Well, maybe we get 12. Maybe we get 12. Is that? It's not. I'm standing in the way. Okay. It's interesting. I have a feeling that most of these aren't going to be likely outcomes. But so we're trying to build a tabletop role-playing game that can be played entirely within Minecraft mechanically rather than storytelling-wise. So you need to be able to roll dice, you need to be able to have let's see, that looks pretty good. Have things happen. And like it'll tell you what to do. So the first thing is making something that can randomly generate numbers. There we go. Okay. This is like much wider than what it will be, so I don't think you can really fall outside of this. Let me get to see where it goes. Now I need to put signs for these ones. So this is 9. So now we get to actually test it and see if it'll work. So quick overview, we have a crap kelp farm. You flick the switch, the kelp farm grows. And then you flick the switch, and then the kelp farm grows. Is seen by the observer. Activates the piston, cracking the kelp block. Kelp floats to the top. Well, it doesn't. It was supposed to. The kelp does not float. The kelp comes through here, through the water. Drops into this section, where the pistons help randomize it in the same way that a dice tower would help roll a dice by making it bounce off the sides. And then it lands into the catchment, and based on which hopper and chest it lands in, is what number you get. Alright, so we're going to try it. There we go. There's the piece of kelp. There's 2 pieces of kelp. It rolls 2 dice at once. And I have no idea where it ended up. I think it's this one. Nope. This one. Nope. There we go. With my bucket. I'll have that back. So that's... I can't even see what number that is. Maybe I should move that sign. That's a 4. I'm gonna put that here instead. So we rolled a 4 and something else. Ooh. And 3. So it seems like, okay, first thing, really good. Didn't get the exact same number twice, okay? But it looks like there's a bias to lower numbers. That's 2. And then the last one is 1. Alright, we're gonna run it again, and we're gonna see if we can get a number that isn't... Just run it a bunch of times, I guess. So some of it's not gonna work, some of it's gonna freak out, that's fine. It looks like it's all put through now. So none in 2. What? We got some in 7. None in 9. 1 in 3. None in 10. Some in 4. 1 in 1. But that's really good, actually. And you take all the kelp out, though. Okay. So the dice tower actually sort of works. It's probably not perfect, but it functions. For a guy that doesn't build stuff in Minecraft, crap. Like, that's my first ever use of a dispenser, and it's not on a redstone circuit, it's on a lever, nothing fancy. Okay. But now, this whole thing, I need to make look like a tower. So now it functions, we need to make it thematic. We didn't get any stuck on the ledges? No. Okay, that's interesting. Because when you use a dice tower, you don't see the dice rolling down, you just see the dice pop up at the other end. I was saying something. Because we know we're going to be rolling multiple dice, that means that the game needs to be designed so that you're rolling multiple dice at a time, which I think is fine. So like in a lot of tabletop role-playing games, it'll be like roll X times, or like 3d6, or like, you know. So this is going to have to be something similar to that. It'll be like hit the lever X times to see, and then you can like add the numbers together, or if you get enough of this number, or odds or evens, or something like that, so that you can be checking what your ability thing is. You can be checking what your result is for whatever the thing is. So, oops. The next part, now that we have our randomization engine, the next part is going to be figuring out how to use these random numbers to do stuff. I thought I would have to like end stream in shame because I messed it up, which would have been really funny, honestly. Okay. That looks like a tower, doesn't it? Okay, and then this platform you actually need to be able to sit on. And you get like an observer's window kind of a thing. Because you have to hit the button twice. So you hit the button the first time, and you'll see that the kelp doesn't actually move. So, no, that's the dispenser. I want to press this. Press twice. And let's finish this section. Tower piece. We get to do our little spiky bits at the top. To match. Okay. Alright, not bad. We have our little platform. Oh, there's a little bit of glass showing. Oops. So this platform looks really, it's like towers built like this. I guess that's fine. I guess that's good enough, right? So you go up to the platform, you press the button. The kelp runs through the tube, falls down, picks a hopper, you check the chest. The chest that has the kelp in it is the one that is the number result that you've got. Step 1, dice tower complete. That's pretty good. So this video series was inspired by my friends over at Glowcraft. Glowcraft make a whole bunch of laser cut accessories and tools that you can use for tabletop role-playing games, such as a dice tower. And they made a really cool one at a convention that I was at recently, and that was what kind of gave me the idea that I wanted to build something like this. And they have a pocket-sized folding dice tower available for you online. I'm going to put a link down to all of their shop stuff in the description for you to go and check them out. They're really cool, Australian made, I'm a big fan. And if this video made you want to get a dice tower in real life just as much as I do, this is the place that you need to go to get your first one.